So, you told me you used to be quite the party animal. Any funny stories to tell?
Well, that one time... No. I think if I tell you that, you might think less of me.
What? You can't tease me like that. Now you have to tell me.
All right, I'll tell you. Several years ago, it was the middle of winter, and everything was frozen outside. I'm at this birthday party, and after a few drinks, I suddenly have the glorious idea of going home instead of sleeping at the place as planned. So I just start walking to the nearest streetcar stop. And I mean, I immediately start walking. Don't get my jacket, my belongings, nothing. And this is like a 30-minute walk when sober. So I'm walking through the winter night, cold as hell, trying to find my way through the darkness, barely knowing where I am. And then the next thing I know, my clothes are torn and I'm covered in mud. But I'm sitting in the streetcar home.
Wait, what happened to you then?
Patience, Marsh? Maybe I'll continue the story next time.
Please remain calm and place your hands on the steering wheel.
Understood.
This is just a routine check.
Do what you have to, I guess.
Any idea why I stopped you?
Can't wait to hear about it.
It's a spot check. You've been picked out randomly.
Ah, that's good to know. Let's get this over with quickly then.
Please show me your document. Please show me your license, vehicle registration, and proof of insurance.
Sure, officer. Here you go.
I need you to step out of your vehicle.
If I have to. You'll see, I've got nothing on me.
About the lights on your vehicle. I need to check the lights of your vehicle. About the lights on your vehicle. All good. I didn't find anything.
Good to hear that.
About the trunk of your vehicle. I'm going...
All right.
What a beautiful morning.
What do we have here? Now to conclude this check. You won't receive any punishment.
Thanks, officer.
What a beautiful morning. You see that? That vehicle's going way too fast. We should report them to dispatch.
What's the matter?
No matter what I do, my car just won't start.
I could take a look. Mind if I help?
Thanks. That's kind of you.
I need to see your documents.
Sure, officer. Here you go.
I'm still looking for the... What's wrong?
My car won't start.
Let me see if I can help you with that.
Thanks. That's kind of you.
Let's do a few tests.
Fine. Go for it, I guess.
I suggest an eye test. You'll need to watch the pencil that I hold in front of you. Let's do a few tests.
Fine. Go for it, I guess.
Try to balance on one leg without falling over. That'll serve as a general DUI test.
Hey, Marsh, do you promise not to laugh if I tell you something?
Well, I can't promise, but I can try.
No, you have to promise.
Okay, all right. I promise I won't laugh. So, what is...
Do you believe in aliens?
Those little green fellas you sometimes see on TV.
No, I mean, do you think extraterrestrial life exists?
Maybe. The universe is big. I mean, there has to be something else out there, right?
Somewhere. Yes, there has to be. I sometimes wonder what we would find out there, in the darkness beyond the stars.
Now you're scaring me, Nat. And everything all right with you?
Yeah, just mumbling.
Let's do a few tests.
Is that really necessary?
For this test, please walk along the line that I show you. Turn around and come back. All without tripping, if you please. What do we have here? Looks suspiciously like drugs. Looks suspiciously like drugs. I think this could be... This looks like a lot of alcohol to me. What do we have here? Let's wrap things up here. You're under arrest.
Oh, come on.
This is 1 Tango 10. Hate to admit it, but we cannot keep up with the suspect. Aborting the mission. Please send reinforcements.
Copy. I'll send another unit.
This is 1 Tango 10. We're free to take on any mission.
There's a reported shootout in the area. 1 Tango 10. You are the closest to the location. Can you take it?
We're on.
Copy. I'll transmit all the relevant information.
This car seems familiar, doesn't it?
Of course it does. It belongs to Cole.
Are you sure about that? Could belong to anyone.
I am, believe me. We should tell Major Capetta about it. Cole is in the area.
Agreed. If it is him, he's close by.
It's a nice day, huh?
It sure is.
And a lot of work to do.
Yes, of course. Major, a word, please. We got an important lead in our case.
What is it? Did you cause another mess I'm gonna have to explain away?
Nothing like that, sir. We have confirmed sightings of Travis Cole's car.
Sir, we want your permission to go after him directly.
Granted. If he's in the area, the public might be in danger. You go after him, I'll handle the media.
Thank you, sir.
Do you ever think about what Kamanora was like in the past?
Getting a bit nostalgic there, Nat?
No. I mean, maybe. Just when you imagine Kamanora 10 years ago, what does it look like?
Poor. At least the north of Apollonia. Just like today.
Nothing's changed?
Well, I remember there being golden fields in the summer, as far as the eye could see. Not those hideous oil pumps lining the horizon.
Yeah, me too. The south is looking better since the land was sold, but the north? It's all going downhill. The people are desperate, Marsh. I hope the situation doesn't get any worse.
I'm afraid it will. Only a matter of time if no one steps in and changes things for the better.
I think we could be the change.
Maybe. We can try, at least. Doesn't look like I'll find the car here. Let's try another location. Doesn't look like I'll find the car here. Let's try another location.
Hey, Marsh. Ever been to the national park here in Kamanora?
No, don't think so. Is it worth a visit?
The park is really beautiful, but you should watch out when you're there.
Why? Did you come across some wild animals? Did you have to wrestle a bear the last time you were there?
What? No. What I wanted to tell you is to watch out for the park ranger.
Did you wrestle with him on your last visit? Natalie, this is not okay. We are police officers. We're here to protect people, not to wrestle with them.
Haha, real funny, Marsh. For the record, no, I didn't wrestle the park ranger. Just had a verbal confrontation with him.
Oh, what was that about? A difference of opinion on how to...
If you say how to wrestle bears now, I will punch you, Marsh. I'm serious.
Okay, I'll stop. Please continue.
Maybe another time.
Nat, look. This is it.
Then he must be nearby. Maybe this is his hideout. Be careful.
Look who it is! The officers finally caught up! Took your sweet time!
Jig's up, Cole. You're going back to prison.
Shouldn't have shown up in town so often. For someone so smart, you've been surprisingly easy to catch.
I'm not in shackles yet, and I dare say I'll remain free today since you're still stuck with my minion. Instead of hunting me down, I suggest you get your own backyard in order first. After all, your associates aren't exactly saints either. Why don't you take a look at them?
What does he mean by that?
Don't let him get away! No. Ah!
Wait just a moment. Do you really want to go after him right now? All hot-headed and angry? That's a bad idea.
Then we'll go after the others.
Wait just a minute. What did Cole mean when he said to get our own backyard in order?
I don't think he meant our. He was looking straight at me. But I also don't know. My family is fine, aren't we? My dad and grandpa did good for the community. Or does he know something more?
Forget about it. Don't let him put doubt in your head. Why should he know more anyway? I'm sure he's just teasing you.
Right. Then let's get back to the task at hand. We'll come for Cole sooner or later. So, Nat, what about that winter night when you woke up in the streetcar with torn clothes and no memory of how you got there?
Ah, yes. So I'm sitting in the streetcar, and some police officers appear. They see me and tell me to get off. They ask some questions because, well, I look like a robber, and there had been some robbery in the neighborhood.
No way. Natalie, what did you...
Nothing like that. Turns out, I just rolled down a hill or something, blacked out, got myself back up on my feet at some point, and carried on walking.
And the officers?
Took pity on me and drove me home. Which was really lucky because as I was getting out of their car, I noticed a severe pain in my leg.
You mean...
Yep. My leg was broken. No idea how I was able to walk all the way to the streetcar. Really could have died there that night, now that I think about it.
Oh, Natalie. Good thing you gave up alcohol. The jig's up. But maybe you can save yourself by telling us about Travis. Where is he now?
Honestly, I was never one of his closest lackeys. This girl, Jillian, she called me to help him escape. I don't know where he might be, but be warned. He's clever. Very clever. When we first met, I tried to trick him and got my fingers burned. You better be prepared when you face him.
Fine. It was me who planned his escape. I owed it to him.
Did he force you to?
No, quite the contrary. We've been friends for years. I was still a girl when we first met. Didn't have my motorbike, nothing. But believe me when I tell you, I was fast as lightning on a normal bike. And he saw my potential. We spent a lot of time together in Apolloia City back in the day. And if there's one thing I can tell you about him, is that he has a good heart. Maybe you'll realize that when you meet him.
He was always a good customer, that Cole guy. I got to know him through a minion of mine. Don't know where he found him. Anyway, he always talked about a morally better world or something. Not all that interesting to me, but he promised me, let's say, free roam in his new world. And who am I to say no to a good deal? Anyway, you might want to check out the Maris Dam or Weeping Willow Ranch in the Gilree farming community. That's where we used to meet.
You know, Travis is not the only one who was wronged by the system. Not the only one wishing for a fresh start. My family, my friends, and not least myself are all victims of the current system.
Please stick to the topic and tell us about Travis.
I won't, because you are part of the problem. You allowed bribery to happen and justify it. You are part of the system that allowed racial profiling to be covered up. You are part of the demise of my family. You are part of the unlawful imprisonment of my friends. And this is all you'll ever be until you stand up for the people you vowed to keep safe.
We know where he's from. We know where he might be. But it's hard to tell what awaits us. On one hand, he seems to be quite powerful and ruthless. On the other, his motives might be genuine. We have to be careful.
I cannot express how proud I am of how far you two have come. With all his henchmen caught, it's only a matter of time before we get Travis Cole back as well.
Thanks a lot, Chief. It was quite the task, but we came through.
Just make sure you act quick enough now. Don't rest on your laurels. Cole is not in custody yet.
No need to worry. How much worse can he be than his comrades?
Don't take this lightly. And I'm not only talking about him, this is a high-profile case. The media are on us at all times now.
We'll handle the case properly. No need to worry, Major.
Whatever you do, please don't make a mess. If we don't do this right, the image of the whole PD will take a massive hit. We can't allow that.
Understood, sir. Well, Nat, got another drunk story you want to tell?
Oh, well, this one time, me and some friends went into an abandoned building. An old industrial factory, shut down for over a decade.
So, it was illegal to enter?
Yes, that might have been the case.
Nat, the more I know about your past, the more I get the feeling I don't know you at all.
Well, I'm just a person who's lived a life. Should I continue?
Yes, please.
So we went up onto the roof, drank some beers, watched the sunset on the horizon. And then we have the idea to explore the building a bit more. Take some photos, look around all the rubble and stuff, you know. And as we're wandering around, we hear this noise from somewhere inside the building. So we stop and listen, and it's like, it sounds like people singing, like in a church or something. So we get closer and closer until we spot some candles. And a little bit farther on, we notice these strange hooded figures standing in a room. We stop and listen, but can't tell what the singing is all about. Then all of a sudden, one of them looks in our direction and...
And?
We make a run for it, as fast as we can, each of us still clinging to a bottle of beer.
And did they follow you?
We never looked back, so I don't know.
One Tango 10, we got reports of a car on the roadside. Could be broken down. Can you investigate?
Sorry, we can't take that.
Copy. I'll send another unit.
There's an old car over there. Seems abandoned. That can't be a coincidence.
What do we have here? 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 An unfinished note? What do we have here?
What a beautiful morning.
What do we have here? What do we have here? Whatever that was used for. What do we have here? This is definitely a clue, but I think there's something missing.
Looks like it's only half a message. And what about those wires?
The wires are barely visible. If they are placed at neck height and you walk into them...
Don't jinx it. We won't fall for his games.
Dispatch to 1 Tango 10. We got reports of an accident close to your location. Can you take that?
Sorry, we can't take that.
Copy. I'll send another unit.
Looks like it'll be hard to get around here. Why not speed it up and use our drone instead? Hey, remember our chat about extraterrestrial life?
Sure. What about it?
Did I ever tell you my cousin thought he saw a UFO flying over the fields here in Kamanora?
No, I don't think so. Sounds like an interesting story, though.
Well, one night he goes out to get some fresh air and sees these lights way up in the sky.
Okay, and what did he do next?
Well, he's from the country, so he got out his gun and shot at it.
What? You're kidding me.
Next thing he remembers, he's waking up at sunrise, the gun nowhere to be found. Same goes for his pants.
The aliens took his pants.
Well, either that or he was drunk as a skunk again. I think I'm leaning ever so slightly toward one of those explanations. We can read the message as a whole now. What does it say?
I know about you and your past. Meet me at St. James Cemetery to learn the truth. Travis Cole. It reads like an invitation. While we've been chasing Cole around the area, he's been waiting for us at St. James.
We better not keep him waiting any longer. If he wants to get caught, let's do him the favor.
One Tango 10, we got reports of a car on the roadside. Could be broken down. Can you investigate?
Sorry, we can't take that.
Copy. I'll send another unit.
Are you trying to kill us? The license plate says TC, as in Travis Cole.
That's his car, right there. Looks like he really is waiting for us.
Pretty bold of him.
could still be a trap. Remember the things we found on the way here? We better be careful.
What are you doing there?
Just double-checking that it's Cole's car. Imagine what Major Capetta will do to us if we're wrong here.
With the press on our heels? He'd probably behead us on the spot.
This is 1 Tango 10. We've located the fugitive Travis Cole and are about to attempt an arrest. We need reinforcements in case things don't go as planned.
This is dispatch. Understood, 1 Tango 10. Send me your location, and I'll have more units come your way.
We are at the St. James Church in Apaloya City. We're entering the churchyard and cemetery now.
Understood. Take care. Reinforcements are on their way.
Hey, Nat. Any more of those alien stories you want to share?
Well, last time I joked about my cousin's story, but to be honest, I sometimes really am afraid of what might be out there.
You think there are things that might be hostile when they find us?
Maybe. Don't know. Just when I'm out there at night, I always get this feeling, you know?
Feeling? Like what?
Being watched.
This is a joke, right? You're just trying to scare me like some little kid around a campfire.
Just be careful, Marsh. You never know what might get you out there.
Yeah, I promise to watch out. Great. Now I am scared like a little kid.
See that? A tripwire. Don't step on it.
Damn. And that's not the only one.
Ah, there you are. Took you long enough to get here.
For someone who was arrested for smuggling and money laundering, you're putting on quite the show. What is all this about?
You might not have noticed, but what you're accusing me of is the most harmless thing I've done.
Care to confess?
This might surprise you now. Yes, I'd like to confess a thing or two.
How come I don't think you're going to tell the truth?
Just you wait, officer. What I was doing is far greater than petty crimes. I was preparing for you, your PD, and the whole state to witness what has been in the shadows for too long. I need to show you all the sickness, the wrongdoing, and the corruption on which your precious state was built. And I'll start with you, Officer Marshall. Let's clear up the case that made your family famous.
What about it? They protected innocent lives that day. As do I every day.
And that's where you're wrong.
How would you even know?
Because I was there too. I was at the city hall that day, and there was no gang of anarchists, or whatever the media might have reported. There was nothing but an opposition and voices that weren't heard that day.
Then who started the gunfight? 2 people were gunned down without a doubt. If it weren't for Marsh's father and...
If it weren't for them, those 2 would have lived. The politician who was shot that day had doubts about the oil company and its plan. He was about to join the opposition. The others couldn't let that happen. And the suspected shooter from the gang, a young lad with good arguments and good connections, he could have made the change. He was unarmed.
You're trying to tell us that it was all a cover-up? Someone used the chaos to shoot the 2 victims on purpose?
Not someone. The politicians in favor of the oil field had all the officers present in their pockets.
There must have been a good reason for what my dad and grandfather did. They surely didn't...
Didn't collaborate with the oil company? Didn't take their paychecks and medals and stayed silent? Open your eyes, officer. Someone who grew up like you, who always kept up the superficial standards, wouldn't understand what it feels like to be oppressed and ignored. Now that I've given you some food for thought, I'll take my leave. I've got one more thing to do.
Wait, you can't just...